I also want to just take a minute and thank Lieutenant Governor Duncan, Speaker Pro Tem Jones, Chairman Payne, Chairman Dubnik, Representative LaRicchia, Senator Goodman, and many, many other great leaders that are behind me for being here today to stand with us for this announcement. I also want to just take a moment before getting into the details to just thank all those teachers and educators that we have out there across the state that have really been working hard over the past year or so as we've dealt with COVID. And as you remember in the State of the State address of last month, I told leaders in both chambers that without question our education system has proven that resiliency has been very important in our fight in regards to COVID-19, and they've certainly shown that, and I for one am very appreciative of that. In that same address, I talked about how the state had been proactive and aggressive in easing the overwhelming challenges that faced teachers and our administrators last year, and I certainly want to thank the General Assembly and those standing with me and those that aren't that supported those efforts over these last many months. We have allocated $30 million to help ensure student connectivity. We've slashed requirements for high-stakes testing, and we provided over 8.3 million units of PPE to support the reopening of school systems across the state. This year, my budget proposal includes $647 million to restore funding to school systems across our state, fully fund enrollment growth, and hold schools harmless for enrollment reductions, with an additional $573 million allocated to continue these efforts in next year's budget as well. And I certainly appreciate Chairman England, Chairman Tillery, the leadership, and the members of the General Assembly that have supported those efforts as we prepared and rolled out the budget. In a year when many other states are facing no other option but to slash education dollars, furlough teachers, and cut back on essential student programs, Georgia is restoring funding to our schools, backing our teachers, and launching new initiatives to keep kids enrolled. I'm proud of what we accomplished, and I'm very thankful to the General Assembly for their support. But as we all know here today, our work is not finished. We have great soil here in Georgia, and we must keep planting, just like our First Lady has been doing on many issues, and we're glad to have her here with us today as well. After spending time on listening tours, conference calls, and in meetings with our leaders in education during my first 2 years in office, I knew we needed to strengthen our teacher pipeline, and I remain focused on that mission. Since day one, I've had a strong commitment to Georgia's teachers, and now more than ever, I know that we have to build on that commitment. That is why today I'm proud to roll out my administration's teacher pipeline package to recruit, prepare, mentor, and retain the best educators across the Peach State. With some of the greatest high-profile military bases in the country, there is no shortage of dedicated, hard-working veterans in the Peach State who are eager to continue serving their community. To help recruit more teachers, we will strengthen an Armed Force Veteran pathway to teacher certification. This legislation will support and sustain the existing Georgia-centric pathways for veterans. Veterans will receive first priority in enrollment for teacher preparation programs and will have continued mentorship and support in the classroom. We also know how critical it is to focus on representation in the classroom. I know all of us can think back to our childhood and remember a teacher that inspired us, who pushed us forward and made us believe in ourselves. Our historically black colleges and universities play a significant role in teacher preparation, and they should play a major role in teacher placement. I want to ensure they lead the charge to create ways to get more minority teachers into our classrooms so students from all backgrounds and ethnicities can see themselves in their teachers. Building on our teacher recruitment efforts, we are putting in law that the Professional Standards Commission must work with our historically black colleges and universities to create innovative programs that get more minority teachers into the field. This legislative package will also lean on prior experience to fill classroom positions as well-equipped professionals by allowing our retired teachers to come back to the classroom full-time to teach in high-needs areas. These hard-working men and women have a wealth of experience and knowledge, with decades spent raising up the next generation of leaders. This initiative will help our retirees, the retirement system, and education as a whole. As a father of a future teacher, I have even a greater appreciation of how critical the training of our teachers is for their ability to thrive in the classroom. The teacher pipeline package will also ensure strong preparation at the university level. After reviewing surveys from new teachers in their districts across the state, we have seen a gap in teacher preparedness in differentiated instruction for English language learners, at-risk students, gifted students, and students with disabilities. Each year we graduate new cohorts of teachers ready to enter the classroom, and we should do everything we can to ensure their training equips them with the strategies to reach all students at varying instruction levels. This is why this legislation will focus on reading instruction preparation for our future teachers, laying out 5 major focuses for fundamental reading instruction: phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. Increased attention to these areas at the university level will help our future educators find success in the classroom as they teach reading. Another way to ensure success in the classroom is by mentoring our new teachers when they graduate and become certified. This legislation allows school systems to utilize current resources to help coach and mentor new teachers, ensuring that observational resources that are not used by teachers excelling in the classroom are used by new teachers or teachers who need that support. And when it comes to teacher retention, we know why many choose to leave the profession, because they are not involved in the decision-making process. From the outset of my administration, I've made it very clear, teachers are our heroes, and I want to make sure their voices are heard and when decisions are being made. That's why this package will allow the Georgia Teacher of the Year to serve as an ex officio advisor to the State Board of Education, providing valuable insight on how decisions affect the classroom and everyday life of Georgia students. As I said in my State of the State address just a few short weeks ago, the future well-being of our state will be determined by our shared commitment to education. And I can assure you, as Georgia's 83rd governor, that will never waver. Here in Georgia, we will put our hard-working students, teachers, and parents first. We will invest in critical resources for educational success. We will recruit and champion the best and brightest educators that our state has to offer. And we will continue to lead the nation in preparing young learners to tackle the challenges of the 21st century. Again, I want to thank those standing behind me and those others in the building that are doing the work of the people for supporting our efforts when it comes to education here in Georgia. Thank you all for being here. God bless.